it's Melissa. Happy Thursday. Happy to finally be on Facebook Live with you this week. I am so excited. I have some tips for you. Lots of equipment going on here today. I have some tips for you on how to much more easily weed those super popular, super fun, super intricate mandala designs. Okay, you guys know what I'm talking about. They're like these designs. I'm gonna get closer to you. It's just that this thing that I want to talk to you about is plugged in and has a very short cord. So right now I am standing back. I'm gonna get to this one first, and then I am gonna move forward so you can see me. So if you are just joining, we are talking about some tips on how to more easily weed mandalas. You guys know what those are. And those entangles, I can never say either of them right. So what I have here is a whole bunch of equipment. First of all, you can see how small this design is. And I'm gonna get closer so you can see, but this is very small. It's heat transfer vinyl and it weeded perfectly fine. And I'm gonna show you. I actually cut 2 of them so that I could demo this for you. So one thing that's very, very helpful when working with designs that are super intricate is an overhead light. So this is an OT light that has a couple of different levels. I don't know if you can see how that's doing it, but if you keep this over your work area, it will help you to see the cut lines much more easily, okay? So the other thing that you can do is weed directly on the bottom platen of your heat press. Now, there are a lot of different, you can see this, I don't know if you can see, this has a base on it, but there are a lot of different styles of OT lights, and I threw a link up there so you could get one, but what you want is one that basically can extend up and over so you can work under it, okay? All right, now, like I said, I'm gonna unplug this for a minute so that I can get it out of the way and move up a little bit, all right? Okay, so that's one thing that will really help and will make it much easier for you to see the cut lines. Now, the other thing that's going to make it easier for you to see the cut lines, oh God, I literally have my phone plugged in on that side of the room and this plugged in over here, and I can't go too far in either direction. Okay, and now the other thing that helps with weeding, obviously HTV, is using a heat press. So if you weed directly on a heat press, the ambient heat or radiant, whatever you want to call it, it slightly warms up the HTV, making it so that it just not falls off, but it comes off much, much easier for you, and you'll be able to weed it much easier, all right? So you can see this is just peeling off. Now, the other thing that you want to do is make sure you get a good cut, right? So this mandala, look how small this is. You can see how teeny some of these things are. Ignore the fact that I haven't had my nails done in 3 months. The other thing is that you want to increase the force. The default cut settings do not work, just to be frank. Force of 14 is very, very helpful, okay? That's what I use, and it cuts through. I even did this on a speed of 12 at this size, and it weeded fine. Okay, so the other thing that you're going to want to do, and this is specific to mandalas because they are so intricate, and one of the ways that you can really mess this up is weeding the wrong thing, right? If you weed out the wrong thing, forget it. So what I like to do is keep my computer right next to me while I'm weeding with my design up and filled in, and this way I can say, okay, I know where I am in here. Does this part, oh, that's the window. Okay, that needs to be pulled out. This little line here, that needs to stay. So that's how I do that. Now, the other thing that you want to do is keep a pair of scissors, preferably something smaller than this, close by. Because what you're going to do as you're weeding this is you are going to notice that the HTV, just due to how the lines are in the mandala, this is so awkward because I'm like weirdly. So what you're going to do is you want to make sure that you have scissors close by, because with mandalas, the designs, like the cut lines go in all these different directions. So if you're pulling the HTV this way and it is over here, the same line is attached over here, it ends up pulling part of the design. And so you want to actually kind of snip as you go and that way you're not pulling in the wrong direction, okay? Now, I should mention, this design is from the Mandala Bundle, so now that you know all these tips, you can go get this one, and I think it's like 184 designs. They're the whole bundle is $12.99 till next week. Okay, so here's the thing. Now, like I said, I already weeded the one so that we had it ready to go. My next door neighbor, my girlfriend, they just got a camper and went out today on their first camping adventure. So I'm making her a little towel, okay? So I'm gonna show you how I'm not gonna weed this whole thing because this is gonna probably take 10 or 15 minutes to weed, but this is what we're gonna do. So you're gonna see, once I start pulling one of these lines, it's going to pull all the way across, and you'll see what I mean as far as snipping. Now I need to look at my computer and look at this to make sure I'm pulling the right thing. So let me just compare for a second here. So I'm pulling the right thing, and you're gonna see that this starts pulling all the way across. And so I want to see the direction that it's going, because while this part of the design wants to kind of pull that way, this side of the design is trying to pull the other way. And that is where you can end up with problems. So you want to be looking, don't just like yank it off of there, okay? Like I said, keep some scissors close by. And as you are pulling this across, you are paying close attention to the direction or the grain that it's going, okay? And that's how you end up leaving these teeny tiny areas behind, okay? See how it's all coming off? Can you see how now that I'm got it and I'm pulling all in the same direction, these teeny tiny pieces are staying right where they should, okay? Okay? Now, if something starts to be pulled in the wrong direction, what will I do? I will just snip the HTV so that it's not, so that I have better control of it, okay? And then I'm gonna go back and do it. Now, here's the other trick. I'm gonna come around to show you this. This design is so small. It has these teeny tiny, microscopic, you can't even see it, dots all over it, okay? Some of them have kind of self-weeded, some of them haven't weeded out at all. No one is going to know if you miss a little dot. So please, it's okay. It's really okay, all right? So, I mean, it'll be more obvious if you miss something major, but like, don't worry about it if you accidentally weed one. Oh no, I accidentally forgot to weed one. Please, like no one is going to know, okay? All right, so now that I'll finish weeding that one later, but I got my two here, and we're gonna do the heat press, which just fell out of the wall. Not fell out of the wall, the plug came out because this also has a short cord. And yeah, okay, it's fine. All right, now where's my towel? So I have my towel and I'm going to press this. It obviously needs to be pressed in 2 presses. Okay, so I'm going to just do a pre-press to flatten it, get any moisture out. And then we will use our pressing pillow and a Teflon sheet to press. I'm gonna move my computer out of the way as well. Okay, so you got everything right with you. Okay. Too much stuff, not enough space. That didn't press it because I didn't have enough pressure. And you see still? Okay. Thank goodness I put this thing on wheels, right? I mean, I don't know how I would move this table around as much as I do if it wasn't on wheels. Okay, so we're just getting the moisture and wrinkles out first. And then we are going to put our camper, and it has some text on there. We're gonna put that on the towel. Now, if you're just joining, this mandala design and 183 other mandala designs are in the big mandala bundle, okay? Which is on So Fancy right now, okay? And they're all commercial use. Hi, buddy, can you do me a favor? Yeah. Can you go pull the camera back a little bit toward Dad's desk? No, the whole thing, pull, Okay, that's good. Now, yep, just like that. Thank you. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Say hi.
Help.
You want to help?
Sure.
Okay, we're putting heat transfer vinyl. Careful of my stuff. Okay, so you know how to do this, right? What happens next? This is Blake, everyone. Blake, say hello.
Hello.
Hello. All right, so you want to pull the heat press down?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So I need my Teflon sheet. Can you grab that?
What's that? Neil, I'm gonna go.
All right, see ya. It comes through my... Oh my God. Anyone else's kids canceled? All Blake's friends FaceTime and it comes through my computer. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna not pre-press. We're just going to tack that on there about 5 seconds so that the HTV gets stuck on there. Enough that I can pull that carrier sheet off and put the second layer on, okay? And then because it's multiple layers, you guys know how this goes. The second layer of HTV, this one says the best days are spent camping. The second layer of HTV they'll get the full 20-second press, the full-on press, okay? And I gotta definitely make sure that I cover this because part of the camper HTV is exposed now. All right, so we'll give that a full 20 seconds and then we'll be done, okay? All right, so now that you understand like 5 tips on how to weave mandalas, specifically on HTV, it should be much, much easier. Keep your, get an overhead light, bright overhead light, weed on the bottom platen of your heat press so that you get that extra heat. Use your computer with your Design in Silhouette Studio as a reference so you know what to weed out and what not to weed out. Have some really sharp tools. If you're not familiar, these are my favorite tools. They are the Weed and Pick, and this one I've used so much, Weed and Pick tweezers, I think. They're from Glitter, oh my gosh, I always forget the name. I'm so sorry. Dawn's on here, actually. I just saw her. I'll put the link up in a minute, but you guys know I always use them. They're super sharp. They've lasted forever, and they are my favorite tools. Glitter eye candy. Probably Ashley can probably throw the link up for you. Okay? And then that is it. Here's our towel. So let me fold it so you guys can see. And like I said, I'm going to give this to my girlfriend that lives next door. They just went out this morning on their first, they got a brand new camper. Okay? So look how small that is. You see all these little teeny tiny things. And look, there are some areas, I'm going to just be completely honest with you. There are some areas like in here that have little teeny dots. At this size, it is extreme. Hi, Dawn. Crystal eye candy, but it's called glitter. Right. Okay. She got you. I'll put the link up in a minute. So at this size, it's going to be very nearly impossible to weed out every single one. They are literally like dots on an eye, like periods, okay? If you were cutting this design larger for a shirt or a pillow or something like that, a bag, then fine. But at this small of size, and first of all, I can tell you, Chelsea, my girlfriend, is never going to know that there was little dots there, okay? All right, you guys. I hope that if you love mandalas, you're going to go grab that. It comes out, it's a great deal right now. So go get it, and now that you know how to do this, you hopefully won't be struggling with weeding them. I know some people like actually love it. They're like, oh, that's very therapeutic. And other people are like, I can't stand mandalas. It's too much weeding. But they come out adorable, and the designs are endless. Like there are literally so many mandala designs. And does this vinyl not match this towel perfectly? I love the colors too. Thanks, Teresa. Yeah, this towel is from All About Blanks. Okay, and this is just Caesar HTV. Okay? All right, you guys have a great day. I'll see you soon. Sorry for the interruptions with Blake and his friends. That's what happens when it's camp at home. We literally had to cancel our 2-week vacation back to visit our families back east, and then I've had 4 weeks of camp canceled, so that's 6 weeks my kids were supposed to be doing things. And so if you see this is survival mode. Okay? Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, have a good one. See ya.